Okay, so what's the goal of this video? The goal of this video is to make sure that I don't scream at the top of my lungs the entire time because of this chapter and how, amazing doesn't quite do it justice. Spectacular, fantastic, out of this world. This chapter was great. This chapter was really damn good. So it's a jam-packed chapter. So I'm not going to get to every specific thing. We get to that on Sundays, but I'm going to talk about most of the major things, all of the major things. But geez, Nico Robin. But first, if you're here for the first time, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We do this damn near every day. We talk about One Piece and we enjoy ourselves on this channel. So if you want to be a part of it, hit that sub button, drop a like, turn on post notifications. Now let's talk about One Piece chapter 1021 because it's one of those chapters. It's one of those chapters we're going to reference back to and talk about in regards to specific characters because it had several character moments in my opinion. So where do we start? What about Nico Robin versus Black Maria? We'll start there. We've been waiting for a Nico Robin fight. And I don't think she could have had a better matchup than Black Maria, who had a Spider Zoan. But Nico Robin, Sea Serpent, I think that's a fantastic move, right? Like she's flailing her arms all around, but it does make her susceptible to weapons and being hurt. And for Nico Robin, if the arms are hurt, Nico Robin is also hurt. So when I was watching the fight, I thought of Smoker versus Virgo, right? When Smoker was fighting Virgo, after he decided not to try to win, where his smoke was everywhere and made it more susceptible to attacks for Virgo, that's what I thought about with Nico Robin flailing her arms everywhere and being susceptible to hits. I'm like, Nico Robin, what are you doing? That doesn't make any fucking sense. But in regards to choreography, I think this was really good. Even in the middle of the fight, Black Maria had her poison-tipped legs. Nico Robin is dodging it, and we're seeing her react to these things. That's what we've been waiting for. Now, we're gonna get to all that Nico Robin did, but first off, let's talk about Black Maria and her moveset. I think in most cases, right? Maybe not for the Straw Hats, but against most people, getting caught in this situation against Black Maria in this environment is curtains. You're done because she's a spider. She's caught her prey. Maria Net, Maria Hush, down to the brass knuckles. I love that, by the way. Black Maria taking things literally into her own hands, and she's a woman. There's a stereotype in regards to, just not One Piece, but shonen in general, where women throwing hands isn't necessarily a thing that happens, right? It's special powers, different beams, all these different. Black Maria put on the knuckles and went to work. I love that, right? And I think what I enjoyed was how this fight was illustrated and Nico Robin's reaction to getting punched square in the face with the brass knuckles. Based on the illustration and the dialogue, you could feel her enjoying this encounter, talking about how satisfying it is and how large a punching bag she was. The whole time I'm like, Nico Robin, remove the ability, disable the technique, abort. She is whooping your ass right now, right? Immediately she does it and Nico Robin tries to turn the tides, but Black Maria, she has countermeasures. For Black Maria, you could tell she's been in countless battles, right? She's been used to this. She's ready to jump into the fray, but she has a wide array of techniques. I was like, Nico Robin, can you really overcome this? I think when things went too far was when Black Maria started talking more trash. First off, talking about Sanji, the same Sanji that Nico Robin in the previous chapter praised. So that was flagrant. She even said that they're a hopeless peer because she anticipated that Nico Robin was definitely going to lose. She thought she had the victory in the bag. And because she knew her technique, she was like, you know what? I got this. She even went as far as to say Nico Robin was dead weight and people only cared about her because of her mind. That's what she was saying to Nico Robin. And, there's a bit of truth in there where everyone else outside of the Straw Hats, they care about Nico Robin because of her mind, or they want to kill her because of her mind. Not the Straw Hats. They care about Nico Robin because she's Nico Robin. She is a Nakama, a crew member. But Brook's response is apt, saying, you know what? If I were you, I would make haste and get the fuck out of here because you just crossed a line, buddy. But then it's typical for Luffy to get a flashback. A flashback meaning Oda is showing us how this character is about to unlock something special. I did not expect a Koala, Sabo, and even Hack flashback. That was very surprising. So initially when I saw it, the easiest guess was that Nico Robin was about to learn Fishman Karate. I was like, well, duh. With her attacks, her techniques, Gigantesco Mano, if she can incorporate Fishman techniques with that, next level, right? And then we saw how she was, kind of swooning over Jinbei a little bit. It was a little chemistry. I was like, all right, learning Fishman Karate is a kind of a conversation piece. She can use it to get closer. All right, Anyway, Sabo is also talking about her finding the core of your opponent. So then Nico Robin took over the battle. We saw new techniques and, people were kind of trying to discount it by saying, well, where was this pre-time skip? Well, it's like she hasn't been in this pinch. It's a trump card. It's something that if she desperately needed to use it, she has it. And this was a desperate situation. The spider had her in the trap and she had to do this, but she turned the tides. Demonio Flor is one of the best techniques that we've seen from Nico Robin, and I think in the series. Like, it is beautiful, and Nico Robin is beautiful, and how it was drawn, shaded with Black Maria, the grand jacuzzi clutch, that was so damn good. She looks so damn beautiful. Nico Robin, we've been waiting for this moment. So as great as that was, that's not the entirety of the chapter. It's not even the entirety of the chapter. Like I expected, Brook made short work of the fodder. I liked the attack as well. You saw the music note. That looked really beautiful. But then we transition from that scene and we go to where Luffy, Caribou, John Bart, Momonosuke, we go to where they are. So for Caribou, he is about self-preservation. So he gets Luffy the meat and he has a swamp fruit so he can carry a lot. So he brings a lot of food to Luffy and Luffy's consuming all of it. And it's like, well, okay, Luffy, how much do you really need here? Because I'm a bottomless pit. Literally, and you're eating all of it. But that's not the highlight of the chapter, right? The highlight of the chapter is in that same scene, but a bit off in the distance, we have Shinobu talking to Momonosuke. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's like we got into the middle of the conversation. So Shinobu's saying, I'm not going to let you go back there. Momonosuke's like, no, the flower capital, I have to do it or else everyone is going to be destroyed. Everything will be destroyed. Then she talks about you'll never be able to return to normal. You'll still have the heart and mind of a child. Then it clicks. This fan theory that everyone has been talking about. Well, a lot of people have speculated, but we weren't sure, right? It was like, okay, can the ripe fruit work on a human? It can, because Shinobu, how she talked about it as well. I'm like, okay, is this something that she's done before? Right? Because, I mean, she's fought people, but it's not like Bonnie's, right? Where Bonnie can mature people or age people and they revert. After a period of time, they revert. For Shinobu, that's not the case. Once she matures you, that's it. That's a very, very powerful fruit. But Momonosuke, he's asking to be aged. Now, there's a lot to get into, and I'm not sure if we have enough time to do that because Momonosuke transforming into an adult has severe ramifications, but it leads into several fan theories among the community, even some that's been spawned recently, right? So we're going to talk about all that, I promise you, but this is major. Momonosuke is asking Shinobu to use her ripe fruit to turn him into an adult. I can't tell you guys how much the wheels are turning for me right now because Momonosuke, if he turns into an adult, it impacts every single relationship he has. And also, it does affect possible future ramifications for him not only going with the Straw Hats, but also for encounters with Orochi, maybe Sukiyaki, Yamato, Luffy. How are these characters going to feel about Momonosuke sacrificing 20 years, I'm assuming, aging to the point that he's probably around Yamato's age because they were the same age, but he still has the mind of a child. I said that he basically turned into Luffy, an adult who has the mind of a child. So that's not terrible when you put it in that context, but he's 8 years old. So as a chapter, I think this was phenomenal. The chapter kept going and going and going. And I was like, there's so many moments Oda could have just left off and said, okay, this is it. This is it. This is the cliffhanger. And I'm reading, I'm like, okay, all right, damn, it's about to end. Damn, it's about to end. Wait, it's not about to end? Okay. This was a great chapter. This was a fantastic chapter. I absolutely loved it. While I was reacting, everyone was loving it. These are the chapters, man, that you live for, that it starts and it makes your weekend. Right? Because you just had a great chapter. You're theorizing, you're trying to speculate, because that's going to happen. Trust me, that's going to happen. So guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? What stood out the most to you in this chapter? Because it's a lot. It's a lot of things standing out. But man, there's some other things I want to talk about with you guys, but we're going to get into that Sunday. Just know that it's going to be an amazing video. We're going to talk about a lot. But guys, give me your thoughts. How did you feel about it? Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.